Thank you for tuning in to the Growing SLOcal podcast. This week, we're joined by Amanda and John Estes, owners of Vineyard Kennels. Welcome to the Growing SLOcal podcast. I am joined today by the owners of Vineyard Kennels. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
My name is Amanda Estes, and I'm an owner at Vineyard Kennels.
My name is John Estes, co-owner at Vineyard Kennels.
How long have you been in business?
We took over 3 years ago.
Took over 3 years ago.
We did a complete revamp. We kept a lot of the stuff that was already put in place, and we just sort of tweaked it and made it better.
So what were some of the cool changes that you made to the kennel when it first became yours? So I know that we've talked in great detail about what that experience was like step by step, but I really want my viewers to hear about that.
When we first took over the kennel, it was very run down. And don't get me wrong, it can still be pretty run down, but we have been putting a lot of money into making it look nicer and bringing a more clientele. We changed some of the yards. The yards mostly were complete dirt, and when it rained and when it was really hot or just any kind of extreme weather, the dogs were filthy all the time going home, and we would get complaints from clients that they were super dirty. So we changed some of that. We've added some artificial turf. We've put some cement and concrete in, and that makes a huge difference. I get a lot of happy clients that when their dog goes home and they're not filthy and stinky. We do also offer baths now, which wasn't offered before. We call them the exit washes. And so if your dog comes and stays with us boarding for a week or so, and you want them to come home nice and clean, we do offer an exit wash that we can give to them.
Yeah. Exit washes are great. Both of my dogs have stayed with you, and they've had nothing but fantastic times.
Yeah.
And the wash before heading home is welcome.
Even if there's not dirt and they're on the grass or the cement yards, I mean, just playing with other dogs gets them dirty. So,
well, the thing that I love about Vineyard Kennels the most, and this was as I was walking through it, it's really an environment where the dogs can have fun and be themselves and really run around.
That is a big goal of ours.
Yeah.
We want every dog to leave happy. Can we do that with every dog? No. Some dogs, no matter what we do, it's not an environment for them, and that's okay. But we really try and make an effort if there's a dog that's, it's its first time there, they're a little more scared, to spend some time with them. We offer extra add-ons for the dogs while they're staying. Peanut butter treats and one-on-one time that they can spend with a person to kind of get them to come out of their shell a little bit more. One of my favorite things to hear personally is when a client comes back and says, the second we turn on your dirt road, my dog just goes crazy because they're so excited about coming to the kennel. And I just love that.
Our dogs get really excited. What we say is baby school.
Yeah.
And they run right for the door.
Well, truthfully, daycare itself is very much like a human daycare. It's like, when we first get there in the morning and everyone's kind of dropping off their dog, it's like a conveyor belt. I tell people, like, everyone's coming in, they're dropping their dog off. Here's their lunch. Last night they had a tummy ache. Can you watch them for, this? Last night they didn't sleep well. Can you, check on them, make sure they're doing good. And then same thing at 5 o'clock, it's like a conveyor belt going out. Okay, here's Fido, and he did great. Or we had to put him on a timeout today because he wasn't getting along with everybody. And, every day's different there.
Yeah, and that's another thing that's really cool. Your flexible pickup and drop off options. Tell me about those.
So we do have a self-service room. It's not usable for every client. It's mostly for our daycare clients right now. But we have a lot of doctors and nurses that work, 12-hour shifts that they can't drop off or pick up within our business hours. So we offer an early drop off and a late pickup for them.
It's just something that helps separate us apart from not necessarily the competition, but just this industry in general. It gives people in that industry a better opportunity to work around their schedule having a self-service room provides them an early drop-off location. It provides a late pickup opportunity for them. Just something we can do to help them out as well.
It's just easier. They don't have to rush home from work and try and make it by 5 o'clock, and you have people that, even boarding clients, we try not to advertise this so much, but if your flight gets delayed and you're flying in from wherever and there's a flight delay, if you call us, we'll make it work. Yeah, you need to pick up at 6:30, fine. Yes, there'll probably be a small fee for it, but we'll make it work for you. We understand the need to want your pet back and not want to wait overnight or anything to get them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really good, like you mentioned, for professionals in industries where they're on weird sleep schedules, being willing to help them out and having that option available for them is it's a godsend.
Sure.
Yeah, we do have first responders that work, those overnight shifts, and they're able to drop off at any time in the morning when they get up or pick up or whatever the case might be. So
it's the least that we could do for our community too. Our standard business hours, especially since after COVID, our business hours are a little wonky. We're open from 8 in the morning to 12, and then we're closed from 12 to 3, reopen again from 3 to 5. So this just provides an opportunity to work a little bit better for everybody. It helps for what we're trying to incorporate as a business too. We we kicked off our training program. It gives our supervisor and her helpers an opportunity from that 12 to 3 to do deep cleaning, to do training all the extra add-ons, training sessions. It's a full busy day at Vineyard Kennels all day, every day.
Tell me about some cool stuff that goes on between 12 and 3.
Well, one of the things I was going to mention was that in the summertime, our pool, last year we put in a doggy pool. I don't want to say we're the only one on the Central Coast, but we're the only one in North County that has
no,
a doggy pool.
that dog pool in the area, that was a major standout.
Yeah, it's a bone-shaped dog pool. It's about 18 inches.
I had to talk her into that one.
Yeah. And it's an extra add-on that you can add to your pet stay to have it more fun. And if you have a water dog, they love it. They love to run and play, and they just have so much fun.
Yeah. And then attached to the dog pool, we have our 10,000 square foot training yard directly in front of it. That's where most of our training sessions happen. That's where our Saturday morning training class happens every Saturday.
Also, our holiday events. We have a lot of fun on the holidays. We had an Easter bunny come out for Easter, and
I'm not going to say who it was though.
It was John, my husband. And we had him come out and hide Easter eggs all over the yard, and the dogs got to go through one at a time and do an Easter egg hunt and play with the Easter bunny, and it was amazing. It was so much fun. That last year was the first year we did that, and it was a hit.
It makes for some really good photo opportunities.
Yeah, it's great for the owners to see their dogs while they're on vacation having fun as well.
It's really important to know that while your dog is in boarding or at daycare, that they're having a really fun time.
Agreed.
That they're stimulated, it's enriching, and it sounds like that's what you do your darndest to provide.
We definitely try. Like I said, we want the dogs to be happy and healthy when they go home, and that's our number one priority.
There's been many opportunities where we've had owners come in and they trust our judgment as far as social ability. Like, oh, he's kind of iffy here, he's kind of iffy there. Our goal, no matter who the dog is we try to find at least 1 or 2 friends for him to hang out with throughout the duration of their stay, whether it's overnight or for a week or for a month.
It doesn't always happen. Not every dog is socially compatible with other dogs. But if we can, we try.
But like I said, we absolutely do our best, and our staff is always on top of it. That's always, outside of cleanliness, social abilities are our main priority.
One of the big things that I'm a big stickler for is I put my staff through a lot of different training programs so that they, besides experience, they also have a lot of training under their belt on what to look for. Dogs' body language is huge, and seeing who we can put together. Dogs are very much like people. They have their good days and they have their bad days, and we can have a dog that has a great day every day for a week, and then one day just has an off day and doesn't want to be with his friends, and that's totally fine. Keep them separate for that day. We let the owner know, hey, Fido was having a rough day today, we kept him on timeout, or he didn't look like he wanted to be with other dogs, and that's okay. And the next day he's back to his normal self and he goes back into the pack and plays.
Yeah, it's really special that you pay that close attention. Like the example that you gave, like Fido had a rough day. Just the amount of perspective that you have to have on the dog in order to even come up with that assessment of
Yes.
Fido's day. It means that you have a relationship with this dog.
Absolutely. We try and we group everyone by temperament and then by their size. So big dogs stay with big dogs, little dogs stay with little dogs. But beyond that, their temperament. You have your big social dogs, your Goldens and your Labs that are super crazy and they're jumping all over each other and they're playing all the time and all they want to do is play fetch. And then you have your Shire guys that don't necessarily want other dogs jumping all over them. They like being with other dogs, but they just don't want to be wrestling all the time. So we call it the Shy Yard or the Shy Pack, and we kind of put them in a whole different category and their own pack so that they don't have to deal with the Labs and the Goldens jumping all over them.
And that really is one of the great things about Vineyard Kennels is just our layout.
We have a lot of yards.
We have a lot of different yards for a lot of different personalities. If you are younger and spunky and you like to just jump around, we have a big social yard for you. If you're on the the older veteran side of life and you just like to have a spot to hang out, we have a non-social yard where you can still hang out with your buddies, but we know that you're going to be hanging out with a calmer pack. We have non-socials for those Cujos. We have a small dog yard that is set with a nice overhang, so that way no birds of prey or anything crazy could ever get in. Because we have clients asking us these questions every day. So it's something we definitely take in accountability when we took this place over and set up the way that we wanted to, so that way we could accommodate literally any dog that comes.
We also have fully enclosed yards for dogs that jump fences.
Jumpers.
So we can keep an eye on that as well.
But it's funny because every time you mention like something that's troublesome or something that's potentially very scary, you know to anticipate these things, to plan for them, but to still respect that the dog wants to do it and respect that, like, sure, maybe they really want to jump. Let's let them jump, but let's make sure that they just can't get out.
Well, especially with jumping, you really can't stop them from jumping. So we just have to provide a safe area for them to do it in.
Yeah.
That's not going to end up with them jumping out and
the
heading
best,
down the road.
The best way to be a professional in this industry is to have an answer for every situation. And that's what we strive to do.
Yeah. I mean, it certainly sounds like it. And that's one of the things that I do want to underline about Vineyard Kennels is how spacious the facility is. There's enough room in there to really do anything for any dog. Like, it's kind of a canvas. And as you've been building on to Vineyard Kennels, it looks like it's just going to continue to become like this megalopolis of dog happiness.
We're
That's
definitely trying. Yeah.
That's the goal. And we're in a great location here in beautiful Paso Robles, where the sun's usually shining except for yesterday, every day. And we're directly across the freeway from Firestone Brewery, so we couldn't ask for a better location. And the property set up to make some of these things happen. Adding the pool, adding the training yard, that's the beginning steps. We have a lot more ideas, a lot more plans for expansion and building on what we have now. And the clientele we have now, they're loving it. They're loving the changes. They're loving
We have great clients.
We have amazing clients.
They love us. We love them. They're amazing.
And the beautiful thing about Paso is, word of mouth out here is everything. And getting to come onto a cool show like this, I mean, it makes small business ownership that much easier when you have a community like this backing you.
It is definitely not uncommon for me to hear from someone that, we're coming to you because you were recommended to us, because someone you've got nothing but glowing reviews. And that just means the world to us, because we really put our heart and soul into this and do our best to make sure that the dogs, like I said, are happy and healthy when they go home.
I don't think there's been a veterinary clinic local that hasn't recommended us. Not to toot our own horn on that or anything, but a lot of our new clients have came because they were recommended from their veterinarian.
That's significant.
It's huge. It's huge.
That's significant to have, kind of like the litmus on, is this good for your dog? Saying, hey, you should go see Vineyard Kennels. That's really significant. Tell me about some of the training activities that go on between 12 and 3.
So we just started our training program. We currently are offering basic obedience classes. Those run on Saturdays for about an hour. We actually have a training team that comes up from Santa Maria, some good friends of ours, and they run all of our basic obedience classes, which is super awesome of them. And so that runs for about 6 weeks. And, that's been super big, which is awesome. And we also are doing drop-off daycare training now, which is cool. And that sort of happens during the 12 to 3 o'clock. We offer 3 30-minute sessions 3 times a week. So my trainer will do a session in the morning, they'll do a session in the middle of the day, and then they'll do a session towards the end of the day before the dog goes home. And they will give the owner homework. They'll talk about how the dog did in the sessions. They'll take videos. They'll show them how their dog is doing, and then they'll give the owners homework, because the dog is only going to get so much out of the program. You got to get the owner on board, basically. We basically call it training the owners. It's easy to train a dog. Dogs are super easy to train. It's training the owners to get on board with training the dog. That can be difficult.
That's 75% of dog training right there, is training the owner and consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm being retrained right now. I'm getting some help with some just baseline reactivity training for our Aussies. And it's changing the way I have conversations with my dog. And I never really thought of it in that context, but it's really amazing to know that your dogs are having that kind of experience when they're just going to Vineyard Kennels and participating in this program.
Yeah, absolutely. And we will be, I don't know if we rolled it out yet, but we're planning on doing the board and trains in the future.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be an option. Again, part of this business is just finding what you can take and what you can add on to, every little step of the way. And boarding and training is definitely on the menu.
A lot of people ask for it. A lot of people are getting puppies. So we want to offer what we can for them.
Yeah, crazy statistics. Since 2020, more people have adopted dogs than have had kids. So we're in a pretty decent industry right now.
Yeah,
kids are expensive.
Yeah, that is true. So for dogs that are older, tell me about some of the specific cases you have of how you take care of like special circumstance dogs.
It depends on the dog, and it depends on what they need. So obviously we offer medications to dogs that need it. The owners provide whatever medication they need. If the dog is older and they need to be on a kept up top, because we have a lot of steps down into the yards, we'll keep them up close to us. We'll monitor them a little bit better. We do have someone that lives on site to keep an eye on the dogs as well overnight. That's pretty much it. If we have enough older dogs, we'll have an older dog, an elderly pack, the senior citizen pack. That sounds awful. But yes, we, so that they can all hang
lower
out.
activity.
Yeah. We'll put them in a yard together and they just hang out, really. Not much activity there.
Yeah.
And then we jump in on, medications as needed. Blind, deaf, we've tackled it all on a pretty regular basis.
Deaf dogs, all the above.
So if I'm a potential customer and my dog is just the most complicated dog in the world, I don't have to be worried about handing you a ridiculous list of things that I'd like you to do?
Not necessarily. It would depend on what that list is.
Okay.
And if your dog has a lot of severe medical issues, like we will not take diabetic dogs giving insulin. It's not that we couldn't do it. I have 20 years of experience with the animals. I have no problem giving injections if needed. It's just there are some dogs that are better off at a veterinarian being monitored than in a kennel environment. Kennel environments can be stressful. That's just the bottom line. There's a lot of dogs in this space, and if you have an older dog that's prone to, seizures or something like that, I will absolutely recommend that he board somewhere else or does in-home boarding for his own sanity. It's not about just taking people's money. It's about making sure what's best for their dog.
Yeah, the chief consideration is what's best for the dog, and that it's beautiful. I was catching on to that the whole time you were saying it. Yeah,
We're big dog people. We help with the shelter dogs when we can. We have a lot of local nonprofits that we work with. We give discounts to our nonprofits if they need to board their dog with us. If they don't have a foster or whatever the case might be, so that they have an option for their dogs as well. We've even boarded police dogs before as well.
Oh, really?
That's definitely something we'd like to get more into and more involved in the future. When we're 100% set up and, ready to do so. That's a whole nother.
Oh, is like expanding into like potential kenneling services for law enforcement?
Absolutely.
Cool.
We've done it before and we will do it again, but I want to make sure my staff is trained on how to deal with those types of dogs because
it's a whole nother,
sure.
it's a whole nother beast.
I would imagine. Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun and again, rewarding,
Yeah. That's really cool. So what makes you happiest to be a business owner in Paso Robles?
You want me to answer that one first?
I don't know. You had a big smile on your face. You tell me.
So I love telling everyone this story. I worked out of town for the last 10 years or so. I was a wireline technician for the phone company, working on the road. We got 2 young boys at home. So I sacrificed quite a bit, for my family coming into this. And, what makes it rewarding is just having the opportunity to be here running your own business, but also just being able to be home with your family again at the end of every day, being back in the picture, so to speak.
The flexibility is great. There's a lot of business owners here in Paso that are just great to work with, that they're, we've developed lots of relationships with that, we didn't have before, really. It's a great community to be in, quite honestly. And like I said, clients are amazing. We love our clients.
How would a local business go about working with you on a project?
Just reach out, send us an email, and yeah, we're always happy to work with other local businesses. We want to work with other local businesses. I think that'd be awesome.
Collaboration makes the dream work.
Yeah. What would that look like for your industry? I'm trying to explore that as a topic in my head, and I don't know if I have the frame of reference for it.
In my mind, I think, utilizing kind of the new builds we have, the pool, the training yard, almost using it as a venue of sorts.
Originally, the idea with that new yard that we put in was to have events there. We always thought it would be super cool to have sort of a like an evening social hour with their dog. A lot of people don't get to see their dog playing with other dogs because they're working, and that's why they bring their dog to us so that their dog can have fun. And so they've never really seen their dog socialize or what they do with us. And we would love to maybe one day set up a social hour after we close, 5 or 6 o'clock around sunset, not right now, but in the summertime, and have a trainer out there, have my staff out there, as well as the owner with their dog to see how their dog interacts with other dogs and just have a little fun time. Maybe have a food truck out there or something. That'd be cool.
We're all a bunch of dog people at heart, so you get a group like that together. It's definitely going to be a good time. Another thing, as far as, relating to other businesses, something that we've incorporated since we took over is working with a lot of nonprofit rescues. Atlas, give me a couple other names that we've worked with.
We've worked with Atlas. We've worked with Sherry Lucas. I can't think of their names right now.
Have you worked with Novi's Ark?
We have not. We would love to, but we have not at the moment.
Okay.
It's given us a good opportunity to collaborate with them though, because it helps us, the end goal of finding dogs homes, assisting with overfilled facilities where we can give them a chance to give them a home and give them food and stuff for however long they need until they find that home. It's, again, I say it over and over again, but the whole idea is it's very rewarding. It's a rewarding experience being able to be in this industry and working with.
And we
other
do
people.
have clients that have adopted from Atlas that have boarded with us, and
Daycare with
they
us.
bring them back for daycare. Yeah, Thai and pretzel.
That's awesome. So you view it as a venue or a space that can be utilized for dog people to, you know, arrange some kind of event.
Yeah,
or
absolutely. We've talked about doing doggy birthday parties there.
Cool.
So I think that would be super awesome. A lot of people these days want to have a birthday party for their dog, and yeah, we would totally be down. I think that'd be fun. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. At one point, we had talked about doing doggy yoga. I don't know whatever happened to that, but that was a thing in there at one
Forgot
point.
about that. You got to reach out to Mike again.
Yeah.
Doggy yoga, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everyone's heard of goat yoga. You might as well do it with the dogs too.
It has to be the right set of dogs, but yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Lots of opportunities. Lots and lots of opportunities.
Yeah, we also we try and do like pack walks and things like that with the dogs. You know, I really want to move our training to doing more pack walks where we do it like, you know, around downtown Paso and so everyone can see the dogs and how great they're being and get the dogs the socialization that they need in different environments and whatnot.
I did want to ask you what you have planned for like Thanksgiving or what you have planned for Christmas as far as activities for the dogs go.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
I know that you probably have fun ideas.
Actually, we just posted for Thanksgiving every year. We do a Thanksgiving dinner for the dogs. It is an add-on that you can do for their stay, whether it be daycare or boarding. And it is, I think this year it's going to be turkey, carrots, green beans, and pumpkin with a little whipped cream on top for the dogs.
All
And-
veterinary approved foods.
Yes, all good for the dog. And we give it to the dogs. We take pictures so the clients can see.
Yeah.
And we do that every year. It's a big hit. A lot of dogs love it, and it's all good food for the dogs. For Christmas, Santa comes out every year, my husband, and we take pictures. Last year, we took pictures with Santa. The year before that, we did oatmeal cookies. Or was it oatmeal? No.
A dog safe.
It was like dog biscuits and oat milk with Santa or something like that. And the dogs loved it. So we do that.
and gift exchange.
Oh, the gift exchange. We do a doggo Secret Santa gift exchange. And if clients want to participate, they bring in an unmarked gift for a different dog of the same size for someone else. And so everyone brings it in the week before Christmas. And then the week after Christmas, you basically take another gift home. That obviously the one you didn't bring in. And and the dog opens it and we get pictures and videos. A lot of people will tag us on social media of their dog opening the gifts, and it's super cute. It's a lot of fun.
You can tell by some of the gifts that some of our clients give on situations, like they're really, really into it. It's a really cool opportunity for our clients to get their own dog's, personality out there a little bit.
For Valentine's Day, we do a Valentine gift exchange. People love that. They love seeing their dog. Last year we had to staple 2 bags together because so many clients brought so many gifts in, and we had to give everybody like the disclaimer, like, hey, don't give all this to your dog on the same day because there's so many treats and just everything that was there, and toys, squeaky toys, and just everything. It was super cool.
It's a community that we're building at Vineyard Kennels. A lot of dog people. I'd say 90% of our clientele basis, we're on a first name basis. We know a lot about them. A handful of them have came out to our Halloween party at our house recently. It's we're one big family, and the funny thing is a lot of our staff probably knows your dog's name more than the owner's name, but that's been the big goal with the event yard and everything was changing that, having that social hour, getting a full circle experience with us.
Yeah. It's really cool to hear how open you are and how involved you are with the various owners who trust you,
Yeah,
with their dog.
we strive to be very transparent with the owners. If something happens to your dog, it's acting weird, it's limping, something, we want the owner to know right away. We're not going to hide it from you. We're not going to, oh, by the way, this happened. When the dog goes home, we want you to know about it, and we want to know what you want to do. Do you want us to take him to the vet? Do you want us, hey, he didn't eat for breakfast and he didn't eat dinner. That's 24 hours without food. What would you like us to do? Can we add some stuff to entice them to eat? Where do you want us to go from here? And we just want to make sure that the owners are aware of everything. We've had dogs with a broken nail, things happen, even just playing. Social dogs can play, but they can play rough, and things can happen. And I've had owners, it's like, if my dog breaks a nail, you don't have to call me. Like, okay, that's great, but I probably will anyway, just so you know.
Yeah. I mean, it is good to have that kind of relationship with your
And I think that
customers.
helps with the trust, that
sure.
we're not going to try and hide anything from them or anything like that. Owners want to know what their dog's doing and whatnot.
Yeah. Cause I have had some bad experiences, with other boarders, so I know that there can be just that little amount of worry, you're dropping your dog off somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. We have a client that has moved away. I believe they live in San Francisco now, and it doesn't matter where they're going on vacation. They will drive their dog down to us.
Wow.
Because they trust us. They have actually told us that they have tried other boarding places up in the Bay Area, and none of them compare to us. And they know that their dog gets the best care with us. And so they will literally bring their dog to us no matter where they're going.
Shout out to Baines family.
That's really special.
Yeah.
To have made that strong of an impression,
Yeah.
just based on how their dog is when they come home, I would imagine.
Absolutely. And he's one of our huge pool dogs. He loves to play in the pool.
I think having success like that, just from what we've done so far and the success we get into the future, that speaks volumes to the team that we have around us. Amanda, our owner, I mean, she'll never talk about it, but her whole background's in exotic animal training. She did movies and commercials for years in LA, switched over to dog training down in South County, and that's what led to Canines. Our lead supervisor, she was the owner of the War Wolf Rescue here in Paso Robles for many, many years. So having a background like that, our lead kennel technician, she did everything at Cal Poly University to be a veterinarian except for past chemistry. Sorry, Reagan. But it's just, it shows the quality of the team that we have that's taking care of these dogs on a daily basis. And it just, I feel it speaks volumes. We wouldn't be where we are right now and where we're going to be going if it wasn't for the team we had.
Absolutely. Their attention to detail is everything, because I used to be able to be in the back all the time, and now I'm more often or not in the office. And they, I'll send a dog back and they're like, wait, this dog is a jumper. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the heads up. They're amazing. We really could not do it without our staff. Even when they first start and they don't have a lot of experience, because we absolutely will train them to be at the level that we need them to be.
And that's one of the cool things about how we train our staff too, is before we make any kind of a new hire, it's not just based on the interview. You have to come in and you have to do a working interview for 4 hours with us. We want to see how you do with the dogs. And within that 4 hours, we'll be able to tell right away if you're a dog person or if you're not a dog person.
Yeah. We can train dog people. We can train people who know how to be around a dog. Not everybody has that. And, that's important to us. We want to see, and it's a good time for you to decide if this is a good place for you too, because, I can tell you, hey, you're going to be picking up dog poop and pee all the time, and it's going to be loud with dogs barking. But until you actually experience that, you don't know until you experience it.
Yeah, it is a full sensory experience.
It absolutely is.
Not just playing with puppies.
Yeah.
No.
And yes, it does actually, it weeds out the people that, I love dogs and I just want to play with them all day. Well, we love dogs too, and we wish we could play with them all day, but there's actual work that needs to be done. And
They got a lot more needs than just being played with.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But we're on top of it, and we're killing it. We're been doing a great job so far.
Yeah. Cool. So do you have anything coming up that you're excited about that you'd like to share?
I mean, we ran over holidays, the add-ons that are coming up for the holidays. The Halloween was a huge success for us, and the costume contest we just got done with. We had about, like 15 or so.
We had 18 entries.
Oh my gosh.
That was super cute. And we had a tie. June, she was dressed as a ball pit, and Lexi was dressed as a unicorn.
A ball pit?
Yeah, she was a ball pit.
A bunch of plastic balls just attached.
Yeah, it was very creative.
That's awesome.
It was very creative.
Our owners get dog people. You know, you get really into it.
It's a great community.
Yeah.
So, we're just kind of gearing up for the holidays. Holidays are huge for us. We're already fully booked out for Thanksgiving, and we're pretty close on Christmas already.
So get your reservations in now.
Yeah.
I do tell owners that's huge, because I cannot tell you how many owners call us the week of Thanksgiving and are like, "Hey, can you board our dog?" No, we've been fully booked since October. So you really have to get your reservations in. We do everything we can to fit what we can in, but it's got to be safe for the dogs and for the my staff as well.
How far in advance would you recommend people try to board their dogs for the holidays?
For a major holiday, 4th of July, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, things like that, I would say at least a month. We're usually fully booked about a month beforehand. For weekends during the summer, we book out every single weekend in the summer. So we need at least a week, I'd say 2 weeks notice. We really do, get fully booked. So we're off, I guess, South Vine Street. You'll see a dirt road with some mailboxes called Cuerno Largo. And you follow that dirt road. You'll hit a fork. You go up the hill on the left, and we'll be on the right-hand side.
Any celebrity dogs?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
Definitely none that I know of. No, I don't believe we had. We want to. And one of the first things I had told John when I first took over the kennel, was I want our kennel to be the place for people to bring. Paso is growing. Paso is a tourist destination. And we do have quite a few celebrities. We want our facility to be where celebrities want to bring their dogs, I think that'd be super cool.
Message them on social. Let them know you're available.
Yeah.
Right?
Even though we're fully booked,
Well,
reach out.
Yeah,
We'll make room.
Come to my house.
for sure. Awesome. Do you have any more questions?
That was just my dumb curiosity.
No, it was a good question.
that is a good question.
Because I'm thinking of different questions than you are as you're listening. So
fun stories or stuff that have happened. Have we ever had anything?
Any puppy weddings? Any dog weddings? Any cat weddings? Because you have an event.
No,
venue, right?
we've never had puppy or dog weddings. We always joke.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
that's a good idea.
That's cute for our venue. But we do have a lot of people drop their dogs off with us while they're getting married. So we, a lot of times people are getting married and they want their dog to either be in the wedding or, somewhere to care for them while they're getting married, and they will leave their dog with us. We have had, the groom's father come pick up the dog so he could go be in the wedding and then bring him back afterwards. It happens.
And pre-wedding exit watches.
Yeah.
So you guys pretty much offer convenience, right? So if you guys ever contact hotels that host weddings, like if you guys have anybody that needs a dog to be boarded somewhere.
We actually do get a lot of recommendations from hotels too.
Okay.
Or people will be like, "Hey, I'm staying at such and such."
Airbnbs? No?
No.
And we got that new Hilton that's being built right there on the same road.
Yeah.
So that's,
I don't know if it's a Hilton. I don't know what it is.
I think
That
it's
big.
a Hilton.
Yeah, that big.
So that's
place.
going to be huge when that opens up.
That'll be interesting how that's gonna.
That'll open up
change
more
everything.
opportunities.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure having you both.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm really excited to see what's around the corner for your holiday packages for these dogs. If you want to explore the really cool things that happen at Vineyard Kennels, go check out their Instagram. You'll find a lot of great content made by fantastic people who really care about what they do. So with that, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you
for
next
having
time.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching or listening. For more episodes, please subscribe. As always, rely local, SLO County.